Hello everyone, Peckin here. Today I want to share with you my latest commission that I did for a client. Paul, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoy this installation. This is an Ultrasaber Grandmaster. As you can see, it has a nice blue anodized with the engraving. What I modified, this is a neopixel by the way, is that I drilled and tapped a 832 screw hole and make it as clean and straight as possible so it hides it in place. So out of all these three, this is right dead center. As Ultrasabers does not provide any LED retention, LED or pixel retention. They only have the blade retention screw over there. So it needs a mount for that. And as you can see, this is a 60mm switch. Keep in mind this part is glued in. There's no way I can actually put a nut there because this is not removable, and there's no way for me to reach from down here to put a nut there to secure it. So yeah, it's secured by E6000. And here you go. This is a Golden Harvest version 3. This is my installation. You can see my work. All right. Here you go, a 3D printed chassis. Now, as you can see, this is a plug and play. And the battery is an 18650 with the 15 amp draw. I think it's 33,120 milliamps. You can find that from the custom saber shop. And I got that sourced through eBay to get the correct Dean's connector, to get it all heat shrinked properly. And you can see it's heat shrinked on the board, so it's mounted in place with a double-sided tape. So you can still take the battery out, and it goes about that much. So there you go. Clean solder. See, notice it's hidden through the vents, and you have a recharge port. So there you go. Let's take this kill key out. Okay, this uses the latest firmware 3.31 from the SaberTech website. And this is under a single button configuration. So if you folks not sure how to use a single button operation, I will show you this video, courtesy from the client. So let me put the pommel back in. You can pressure fit it. It's fine. All right, so let's turn it on. Nice yellow color. Nice smooth swing action. Now to cycle fonts, you hold the single switch. And just keep holding it.
Data issues complete.
Guardian! Cryocarbon.
These are all the fonts that comes with the Golden Harvest version 3. Get to play around with it.
Son of darkness. Eternal Prince. The Phantom.
Now in the Phantom, I put in Duel of the Fates music track. You can access this as I put the track in that folder in the Phantom. So what you do is that you double click the switch, and then you hear the music, and then you tap to turn it on. So here you go, double tap. Press it once. Tap it once for blasted block. To turn off the music, you gotta turn this off. And then double tap. Like so. And then you cycle fonts by holding it.
Shadow.
So I use this shadow for example. And let's say that I wanted to change the color, right? So it's red. So to change color for the single switch, you have to long press and then short press at a time of ignition. This is very tricky to do. So you long press and short press till you hear a beeping noise. There you go. You hear that beeping noise? Tap once to cycle through the effects. Tap twice to change the color. So I want to change the color, I tap this button twice.
Classic 2.
There you go, yellow.
Classic 3. Classic 4. Classic 5. Classic 6. Flow 1.
So you get this nice flow.
Flow 2.
So you get a nice rainbow flow. So you just have to keep cycling by tapping twice.
Flow 3. Flow 4. Flow 5. Flow 6. Flow 7. Flow 8. Frozen 1.
So you have this rain effect.
Frozen 2.
So you keep cycling back to classic. This is just
Frozen
under
3.
extended. Extended features has so many features in the folder.
Frozen 4. Frozen 5. Frozen 6. Frozen 7. Frozen 8. Frozen 9. Frozen 10. Wave 1. Wave 2. Wave 3. Wave 4.
Oh, when you tap once, you change the effects. So you have to cycle back to the original effect by keep pressing once. There you go. Tap once. Tap once. I just want to get out of this menu, but you have to cycle through. There's flashing lights. Flickering effect. So basically you just have to keep tapping to get the effect that you want. I'm just looking for a plain effect. See, tap once. Okay. I like that little flow effect. Now I'm going to hit twice.
Wave 5.
I want to get the wave out.
Wave 6. Wave 7. Wave 8. Wave 9. Wave 10. Wave 11. Flame 1.
And there's a flame effect.
Flame 2. Flame 3. Gradient 1. Gradient 2. Gradient 3. Gradient 4. Gradient 5. Gradient 6. Classic 1.
There you go, I got classic. So I want to go back to red. Now that this is scrolling up and down, you had to tap once to cycle through. takes a while. When you're doing extreme mode, you have to cycle through all of the effects. There. Now you got it perfect. Now you hold to save the settings. Now as you turn on, you're gonna have red on that font. Now to do the lockup, it is very tricky. Press it once, and then you hold the second one. So, tap once. Okay, that's blaster block. There you go. And it goes at the angle 2. You go also to the bottom. 1, 2. 1. There you go. There you go. Drag. So it's very tricky. 1, 1, 1, 1. There you go. So I believe you can hold at least 1 second, and you tap to hold it for the lockup. For the color change, you're going to have to tap, hold it. You gotta tap to hold it, and then you tap short press. So it's reversed. So you have to remember that the short press first. So you wait long press up to 2 seconds, and short press for the color change. And for the lockup, it's one press for 1 second, and then you hold it to get the lockup. To change color, one more time, you hold it for 3 seconds, you tap once. 1, 2, 3, tap once. Now you can change color by tapping once to change the effect, tap twice to change the color, and as everything else that follows through after the color. Gradient, fire, and so on. You tap to hold, and you save it. Now to do the force power, you double click. Alright. Again, for single button users, it's gonna be a little difficult to get used to, but in due time, as you practice with it, you'll get to memorize the commands for this single button action for the Golden Harvest version 3. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to show you a blade plug that I did. Alright, this is the blade plug that I modified to a neopixel. This is a TCSS connector using a pixel, using also a resistor of the 331. So what you do is that as you put it in, there's a blade retention. You mount this symbol at the center, like so, and then you tighten it with the set screw. So I'm going to leave it here like that so you can see the effect. And I'm going to try changing color. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, tap once. 1, 2, 3, tap once. And then you can change color. I'm going to change the top. I'm going to change the top effect. See gradient. Nice little change of color. A little flashing. A little nice effect. So I'm going to tap twice to change color.
Classic 2. Classic 3. Classic 4. Classic 5. Classic 6. Flow 1.
A nice flow. Tap once. Got a little green. Goes to red. We'll turn it off. Very cool effect. Very cool. So take it out. There you go. Very simple. I'm going to show you another music by holding this.
Shadows.
It's not a shadow.
The classic villain.
A classic villain. And that's the Imperial March. So you double click it. Vader inspired. Balance. You also get another music. Double tap. Short press and long press. For the lockup. And that's the music feature that I put for this, for the customer's request. So another feature for the firmware 3.31 is that you can, you know, the battery meter. So what you do is that you hold the power button, and you stab. So you hold the power button, stab, before you activate.
Checking power level. 40% left.
40% left. So it's going to run out of battery very soon. I also like to mention that the firmware 3.31 has stab to activate. So you don't need to press any button. You just have to hold like that in the horizontal position, and you just stab. It's like that, without pressing anything. To turn it off, you have to hold the button to turn it off. How cool is that? Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you find this informative on the single button switch for the Golden Harvest version 3 by SaberTech. So Paul, I hope you enjoy this commission. It is a bit of a challenge, but at the same time, I got it working. I got it as neat as possible. You're going to love it.